It's Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about MGTOW and why I think it is a joke. If you haven't heard about MGTOW, it's called Men Going Their Own Way. If you have heard about MGTOW and you're a part of it, you might want to watch this video. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this topic, or why I decided to make a video on this, is two things. One, I've always had the inclination to talk about MGTOW, but I never decided to make a video about it. And since I haven't made a video about it, or haven't made a video in a long time, and someone made a comment on one of my videos in the past, I saw it as a sign to finally get back on to talk about MGTOW, right? And the whole no-fap, semen retention thing. So this was a comment in one of my videos called Semen Retention, Awaken Your Killer Instinct, when I had my mustache and I was acting all manly, right? Or trying to be more, trying too hard, basically. I realized, because I was really charged up, okay? And this was like during the heat of COVID, when I was like super aggressive or super angry about everything going on, right? But anyways, this is what someone wrote on the comment. He said, don't you think it is better to get married so you can have sex and not have to worry about depriving yourself? I got married late in life and am appalled at how young men have gone MGTOW, men going their own way, and now semen retention, and seem to have lost their way. Marriage is a norm. Come on now, time is of the essence. Maybe there is a woman out there who will give you sex if you marry her. Wouldn't you prefer that? Okay, so basically what he's saying is a lot of men nowadays are going their own way and using semen retention to deprive themselves, or to basically escape mainstream norms of dating being misused by women. But basically, let me give you my explanation, okay, or my comment, my response. I said, I don't think you have an adequate understanding of what I'm conveying in my videos or my stance on doing semen retention. First, I'm not against marriage. Having a truly compatible partner or a great girl to have sex with isn't something I'm fully behind. With that being said, I don't support marrying just any girl just because she's willing to give you sex. Semen retention isn't necessarily about depriving yourself, but disciplining yourself for higher rewards down the line, meaning the person I'll become, the woman I'll attract, the type of work I'll produce. All of these and more are my motivating factors for practicing semen retention. Furthermore, constantly ejaculating or indulging in sensual pleasures does nothing but drain you of your life force. Tell me, how do you really feel after you ejaculate or have sex with your woman? Do you still feel the same towards her? If so, congratulations, you found someone worthy to be with. In my experience, however, this isn't the case, meaning after I have sex with the women that I've had sex with in the past, I lose most of my interest and desire for her. And I'm saying this maybe on behalf of most men, but the fact that if your relationship is solely based on sex and there's no substance behind your relationship, the moment you bust a nut, the moment you ejaculate, what do you need her for, right? That sounds really wrong or messed up, but that's the case, right? You have sex with her, you have your needs fulfilled, but beyond that, you guys don't really have great conversations. You guys don't really hang out because you enjoy each other's company, but you enjoy the physical presence, the physical interaction of having sex, right? And that's where I think most superficial relationships are nowadays. Anyways, so in my experience, this isn't the case. I do semen retention to increase my value as a male, because life force energy is value, so that I can attract a higher quality female that I'm actually truly happy to be with, all right? And it's not just about attracting women, it's about increasing your value as a male. You're increasing your character, increasing all aspects of your life, because you have more life force energy flowing through you. Let me see, where did I leave off? Okay. I do semen retention to increase my value as a male so that I can attract a higher quality female that I'm truly happy to be with, not just to blow a load. And finally, I don't believe in MGTOW. I think it's a joke. It sounds like a bunch of hurt boys who are doing the male version of the feminist movement. Real men have always gone their own way. They don't need a movement to convey that. And then I said, thank you for the video idea, and this is why I'm creating it. The lighting is kind of funny and off in here because I'm in my car and it's fucking hot, guys. But it's the best place I can film right now, and yeah, it's been a while since I filmed, and I just wanted to get back here and talk about this stuff. Why do I think MGTOW is a joke? As I said, I think it's a bunch of hurt men, or men who have been hurt, and they're going their own way to disband from the norm, or like from the way society believes men should be like, you know, what's the word, like white knighting, basically, like doing things for women, or you know, just behaving the modern way. And then that leads to men being taken advantage of or treated like trash, basically, right? I remember reading online, it's really confusing. Like the conception of men going their own way, it's because the feminist movement basically destroyed the typical male role. But the whole thing is flawed, in my opinion, because men from the beginning are underdeveloped, aren't fully tapped into their masculinity, are weak, right? They don't have a good understanding of masculinity. And fundamentally, the men nowadays are not the same type of men compared to the men in the past. The values are messed up, right? They're not as masculine, right? They're weaker. And because of that, the women aren't behaving the same, right? If men were behaving at their highest potential, at their highest capabilities, there wouldn't be all this men going their own way type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The reason why men feel like they need to go their own way is because they've been taken advantage of, so to say, not even taken advantage of, but treated poorly, because they don't have the boundaries, the values, the assertiveness, the presence, the power, the groundedness to say what they believe in, to speak up for themselves, to say no when they need to. And the reason why I understand or know this is because a lot of this happens in my life. I see a lot of the weakness that is going on play out in my own life. And I'm not exempt for this, right? But I don't go out and talk about, I'm going to go my own way because, you know, the marriage system is fucked up. She's going to divorce you. She's going to have sex with the guy just because she wants to eventually take possession of all his resources. And then once he divorces him, he could have like half of his life savings, right? Or, you know, all this other, it basically sounds like a victim mindset. And it's not to say that I've never been a victim in my life or had that mindset. There's probably many areas in my life where I still say things that make me sound like a victim. But the idea behind men going their own way, it sounds to me like it's basically the male version of the feminist movement, right? Not being treated fairly, not being treated like... The thing is, if you want to be treated properly, you have to treat yourself properly. You have to have respect. You have to have self-respect. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to have boundaries so that people don't trespass your boundaries. You have to be able to step up, stand up, and say what you believe in, and stand up for what you believe in, and voice your opinion, as opposed to women are messed up nowadays and we are going to go our own way. And the reason why I say real men have always gone their own way is because real men do what they want to do. They say what they want to say, right? They have strong values. They have a strong sense of mission. They have a strong sense of purpose. And they don't need to have a movement to convey that they're going to go their own way. They just go their own way because that's what they do as men. And inevitably, they attract females. They attract relationships. They create the opportunities, right, necessary that allow them to be happy, healthy, and holy, right? And whole. And that's basically all I wanted to say, guys. The society nowadays, it's easy to say it's messed up, and in many ways it is. It's because our value system is messed up. The gender roles are messed up. People are confused about how to behave in relationships. People are confused as to how to behave as a male. They're confused on how to behave as a female because a lot of the things they see on social media, a lot of the things they see on TV, all of these things are causing us to think or try and act differently than our nature. So when things are flipped upside down, we have chaos. But as you know, with the laws of nature, the yin and the yang, they always cycle and repeat. They always flip back and forth, right? So with all that being said, we're always achieving balance, right? We're always going to be flipping into the other, going back and forth, right? Until one becomes the next. So that's another video on its own. I hope I covered what I needed to cover. That's it. You have a good one. All right. Peace.